He drinks gunpowder? Aye, sir. Just for show. Only last week he rounded up.
The time is here to suit up as a pirate. The most anticipated game in the series for me is here, and I have officially completed it. This is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Don't go away.
Now you're ready to sail for the Horn. Hey, roll and go.
So even as someone who's never played this game before, completely blind, which I've been told by a few people they are very jealous of, even I knew that this was like the coveted game in the series. It's not like the 100% people say that this is the best, but the majority of people I know say that this is the best. And after completing it in full, I kind of see why. Edward Kenway spawns in, kills an assassin, takes his place. That's kind of how this story starts. The more interesting part, to me at least, was the backstory with his wife. Now, personally, I would have went a lot more with that compared to where we actually went. I feel like we didn't get enough scenes with his wife, but in the end, that kind of came to a close. Basically, the story here is Kenway gets caught up in between the Templars and the Assassins. He's not really like allegiance to anyone, as any pirate would be. He's just going for the treasure. And that's pretty much the story. Along the way, you meet some insanely great side characters. I have to highlight two here. James Kidd comes in, and literally as soon as this guy walked in, I'm like, there's no way that's a dude. There's no way that's a dude. It's later revealed that it's actually Mary Reed, and this is gonna be like the best side character I've seen in Assassin's Creed. A full spin-off game I would play immediately.
We're after the sage as well, Edward. Careful who you cross.
And you also have the infamous Blackbeard, who honestly was a much better character than I thought. They actually gave him so much character growth in this game, I couldn't believe it.
With Nassau done in, I feel I'm finished.
I'm not of the same mind, mate. But I won't begrudge you the state of yours.
Now, you do meet some other side characters and things, but they're not as important to mention here. So let's carry on to the actual gameplay, aka the best part of this game. There's two parts to gameplay, land and sea. Of course, we're going to start at sea.
So, are we rested? Or shall we idle a while longer?
One of my favorite movies of all time, especially when I was younger, was Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. And in it, he says,
But nothing compares to the open sea.
I'm potentially biased here, but I get that exact same feeling when playing Black Flag. Captain and customize your own ship. Feel the camaraderie among men while listening to sea shanties. Seriously, sea shanties are the best part of this game, not even close. If you ever feel useless, just remember that there's an option in this game to turn off sea shanties.
We'll heave him up from down below. Wavy Susiana, for that is where the cocks do crow. We're all bound over the mountain.
While sailing around, you could basically attack anyone you want, even if they're completely way lower leveled, way higher leveled. Attack them for their loot. With this loot, you can upgrade your ship further. You can sell stuff to buy better weapons or swords or guns or pretty much anything. You're basically doing a lot of attacking on ships in this game. And there are many strategies to go by that because of the way you upgrade things. Personally, for me, I just went with the roll up and absolutely decimate the ship strategy, where I upgraded my ram and my straight up heavy shot cannons, which are very, very short range, but very powerful. So I would basically go full speed, ram the ship for huge damage, and then slightly turn and just unload all my heavy shots with the swivel turret. So not really the best strategy for high up like legendary ships, because once you get that close to just tear apart your armor like it's nothing. But I absolutely decimated the sea against anyone who was close to my level. Now, I did say there was boat customization. It's not really customization. Yeah, you can change the ship wheel and the sail color a little bit. I went with red because Sinbad, but that's about it. I wish there was way more customization here because your ship is your home pretty much. It's like the biggest thing about this game. You can't really do much with it, and you can't really do much with the crew either. Really, I wish there was like some way to customize the crew or make people important. You have your quartermaster whose name I don't even remember. Other than that, your other crew members, no idea. Absolute randoms. So I kind of wish there was something there.
Oh, Captain Baker, how do you store your cargo? Row, boys, row, boys, row.
Among other things you could do in the open sea is fishing, which if you've played Resident Evil 4, this is gonna look familiar. I'm not kidding you. I thought it looked familiar, and then it snaps off the rope, and now it really looks familiar.
Captain, he's off! Sir, I don't see it. He's coming for us! Straight ahead! Tie her down!
Looks about the same.
Deep sea treasure diving, legendary ships, Kenway's fleet, which was a good way to just make passive cash. When you board a ship and you take it over, you can choose to repair the Jackdaw, which is the name of your ship, turn down your wanted level, or send it to Kenway's fleet and it'll become your ship. This is pretty much the Assassin's Guild from previous Assassins, where you would hire assassins and they would go do missions and come back with money and stuff, and they would get stronger. It's like that, but with ships. Now, off the sea, docking onto land, the gameplay here is 50-50, honestly. It's basically the same as every other previous Assassin's Creed, which is good. I'm not tired of it yet, 5 games in. How long will that last? I guess we'll find out, because I'm not stopping. Open combat feels a little off to me. I don't know if it's the animations, which it could be, because there's something weird about the animations where it feels like my shots aren't hitting as hard, or they're not as cool or something. The running animation also is extremely slow. There's only one button to sprint in this game for Kenway, and it's pretty much RNG of which speed you get. Sometimes I'm trying to run after like a sea shanty piece of paper, right, to unlock a new sea shanty. Sometimes he's running full tilt, sometimes he's just like jogging away. Stealth combat, on the other hand, is the smoothest it's ever been. That's mostly because of the level structure. No matter where I was or what I was doing, if there was stealth involved, I always felt like I had multiple options via bushes or trees or buildings.
We just sat there like it was one of a million pits of hell and nothing less ordinary. Good God.
Stealth was just so smooth in this game to go through levels with. On top of that, you had sleep darts and berserk darts and smoke bombs and rope darts, which are not new. They're not brand new. I just felt like they're really well implemented here. They're so smooth. It's basically, if I got caught in a situation, it was really, really quick to pull out a sleep dart and take a guy down. Stealth in this game was awesome.
Focus on the desk ahead.
Still though, I said this like, what, 3 Assassin's Creed games ago, anytime I have to tail or follow someone without being caught is sort of getting boring at this point. Eavesdropping while the target's moving, not like in the original Assassin's Creed, or tailing the target is extremely boring to me. You're never gonna get caught by tailing a target unless you're literally this close to the guy. So basically just walk around buildings until he gets to a specific spot and then do that. This game, Black Flag, I swear, has the #1 most missions that involve tailing a target or eavesdropping. So that's kind of a letdown for me. Ubisoft takes a page out of their Far Cry 3 game and brings it over to Assassin's Creed Black Flag here in crafting with animal skins. This was awesome. It gave me an incentive to go to different islands, because if I wanted an extra gun holster to pull out the pistol crazy shit, I'd have to get like 2 jaguar pelts or 2 howling monkey pelts, or to upgrade my health, or to upgrade my sleep dart pouch. Now originally I gave credit to the game for this for creating so many towns on islands here because it is a pretty big game. Of course, it's kind of feeling like the easiest get out of jail free card for the devs developing, because like 70% of this game is water based, so there's not a huge amount to develop there, but there's so many little towns and islands here that's pretty cool, but there's not as much life to them as I would hope. Walking by like taverns and stuff and you hear people singing and dancing and stuff, I really feel like the town energy there, but for the most part every town's the exact same. Now the soundtrack in this game, soundtracks in every game is something I always highlight, kinda not there. There's moments where it like jumps up and it's like really momentum based, like when you find a legendary ship. But I kind of got to give it a little leeway because sea shanties, basically part of the soundtrack, basically kind of my favorite part of the game. So I have no problem with it. I have zero problems with how this game looks visually. Again, some animations, not the greatest. Like there's some animations where I'm attacking a guy and I do the same spin 4 times in a row, or I smoke bomb an area and my stealth kill is the exact same one like 6 times in a row. But other than that, visually, this game looks pretty damn good for, what, 2014, I think? If I'm wrong, I'll put it over here, but I'm pretty sure 2014.
Nope, that's wrong.
Voice acting here is some of the best I've seen in this series. I've always said that my favorite part in Assassin's Creed is just listening to dialogue and characters talking. Kind of a weird favorite part, but that's what it is. And here, Edward Kenway, great. But the 2 great voice-acted characters are the 2 side characters, Blackbeard and Mary Read.
Taking a prize a month back, I heard a man named Roberts was working a slave ship called the Princess.
Seriously, Mary Read sounds so unique. It's crazy. It's literally like maybe the best reason why I like this character so much. Scenes with her in it were just great.
We can't rely on stealth alone, so I'll do what I can to distract and draw their attention, giving you a chance to cut them down. Ready?
Your name's not James, is it?
Not most days.
I just want to say I literally called this so long ago. Now, getting towards the end of the game, I'll straight up say this is not my favorite Assassin's Creed game. I'm 90% sure of that. Maybe in the future I'll look back and be like, this was crazy, but the one thing holding this game back was some sort of villain. Seriously, every Assassin's Creed game has said some sort of villain that I could remember or name off, and in here, it was the Sage, I think, and I don't know his actual name. And you, of course, have many villains along the way that betrayed Edward Kenway and stuff like that, but, I mean, usually when I'm at that final level, right, and I'm about to assassinate the final villain, there's a sense of satisfaction. Like, I've waited for this moment so long to finally click that square button to assassinate and dive through the air. Or playing as Connor in Assassin's Creed 3 and having that insane satisfaction of killing Charles after all this time. Here, I literally went to the final level and I didn't know who I was supposed to assassinate. Like, by the time I jumped off, I was like, oh, it's this guy, it's the Sage, it's that old guy I've seen a few times. So overall, at the end of the day, Black Flag was great. Ship on ship, sea combat, sailing the open ocean, listening to sea shanties is something I could do forever. Although more customization would have been really welcomed with the crew and the ship, and the villain may have been weak, this game still bolsters insane fun, insane exploration, finding little islands, treasure maps. On top of that, you're bolstered by a pretty damn good main character, and bolstered 2 times even more by arguably the 2 best side characters in Assassin's Creed that are both in this game, in Blackbeard and Mary Reed. While this game isn't perfect, I do say it is one of the best Assassin's Creed games I've played. 8.4 out of 10. So that's it. I was going to mention the insane ending where you figure out Edward Kenway, which somehow I didn't realize this, is the father of Haytham Kenway from Assassin's Creed 3. Now, off the top of my head, I think the next Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed Rogue. No idea what that's about. Literally no idea. I don't know where we're going from here, what we're doing. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag is down. The next game I'm playing is Dishonored 2. Dishonored 1 was one of the most insane games I've played. One of the funnest games I've played. So we'll see how that turns out. But for now, I'm your host, Saberplanet Entertainment. I hope you enjoy this review. Peace.
Get the mains free!
Up those shrouds, let's move!
Every last scrap of duck on the wind! Hurry up, hunters!
Let's catch this squall!
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.